Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and we have finally got the High Mother fragments live in game here in Raid Shadow Legends. This is going to be a very important system for us to talk about. I have done one exchange here, so I can talk about what that experience was like, but I also want to walk you through this process live here on video and show you exactly what is going on so you can interact with this system properly in game. Let's get into it. Okay, so previously I have predicted that I expect these exchange chests to probably have somewhere between 0.5 and 1 fragment on average for High Mother, and I ended up doing one exchange, and it was for a bunch of fragments. I kind of did this off camera while I was preparing to talk about this. I did one exchange here for some Kreela Witch Arm fragments, and it gave me 8 of these exchange chests, and then when I clicked on that, I was able to get the 4 fragments for High Mother that you see there. So it was 0.5 fragments per chest, my first big exchange, which is a little bit unfortunate. It means we're gonna have to do 200 exchanges probably somewhere around there to actually be able to acquire High Mother, but we do get other rewards. Like I got a legendary book out of those 8 exchanges as well. But let me show you how this is gonna work in game. What you would do is look for these icons on the right side where you've got that broken fragment icon, and then if it's somebody I don't care about acquiring another copy of, what we can do is we click on that and then we hit exchange, and it's going to confirm, are you sure you want to trade in these live fragments to exchange for these broken fragments that we can turn into exchange chests and acquire rewards, like acquiring a copy of High Mother or other things like a legendary book, XP brews, and stuff like that. So I would go ahead and click continue, and now the 50, you get a chest for every 5 of the legendary fragments, and that's why you see that number 10 up there. I've got 10 chests available. My one that I did off camera was 8 chests, and I got 4 fragments. So out of those 10, I would expect to get about 5 High Mother fragments. But let's go ahead and let's do a big sample size for you. I've played Raid for a while. I've got a lot of these previous fragment type things going on here on my account. Let's trade in the Versolf for sure. Let's see how many we can get up to here. Burgoth, yeah, we don't get near as much for epics, but we're trading in 40 to 8, so it's a 1 to 5 ratio. But let's go ahead and trade that in. Anchorite as well. Let's go ahead and do all of this. This is gonna be it's gonna be quite the exchange here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get High Mother. I'm expecting it to take somewhere between like 175 and 250 of these exchange chests, just based off of me knowing Plarium for 5 years and what it's going to kind of be in terms of exchange rates. Let's go here, and let's go here. How many think we can get up to? Elegaeus, Bible, the Great Champion, but I'm never going to fill in those 20. Probably just do all of the epics. I mean, at this point, for sure. And do that, and I mean, at least they're letting us clean this up, so that is definitely cool. I'm excited about that. I won't have to scroll through like a million champions on here. Yeah, that was still a live one. Rorik, that's a big trade in. We're up to 65, loving it. And then down here, exchange this. Let's keep going and just kind of exchange some of these random broken fragments that we can. A lot of these champions. Yeah, Yakarl is one of the ones that's in the shop that you can acquire, so you wouldn't be able to trade that one in. But all of these little random epics that we aren't going to be able to get. White Queen and Korra is actually the event going on right now, so we're going to be talking about that in a video as well coming up here. But that does it for the most part of all the fragments. So for me, on my account, having played since day 1 of Raid, I was able to get to 78 of these chests because I did it once just to kind of test it off camera, and I had one trade in that netted me 8. So me personally, I was able to get 78 of these exchange chests after playing Raid for about 5 years. And I am gonna predict that I get out of this 70, I don't know the math, I haven't data mined it or anything, I'm just trying to go off of knowing Plarium. I'm gonna guess that I get 36 fragments for High Mother out of opening these 70. Let's go ahead and pop it. And what is going on here? Fragment exchange chest times 2. It only opened 2 of them. Oh, it's because I can only do 10 a day. I forgot about that. Okay, so I'll show you on screen what my first pull of 8 looked like. So I'm able to do 8 and then 10, but I didn't get any fragments here out of, I forgot about that rule of only opening 10 a day. It seems silly. I don't know why that's a thing. Like, why even do that? I like, we're not going to be able to get her anyway. We need like 200 of these chests, so I don't understand why the limit there. But anyway, I was able to get 4 fragments for High Mother on my first 10 pull. So Unfortunately, it's looking like it's going to be closer to that lower end of the range I thought it might be of the 0.5 High Mother fragments per chest. I'm expecting it to take around 200. And yeah, that just seems like with everything they do, it's like it's a really good idea and it's a really good thing to add to the game. It's an overall net positive, but it's just so outlandish in terms of the expectations. Like, it's one support champion in a game that has 850 champions. Like, why do I need 200 or 300 exchange chests to acquire High Mother? It just seems like that's so many fragments you've acquired over time. This should take, like me playing for 5 years, I should be able to exchange all of these fragments for one champion, which, like, I think it should take like 50 of these. 50 of these chests, and you should be able to get her. You shouldn't be getting 4 fragments in a pile of 10 pulls of them. And I was able to find a topic where this is being discussed in the Reddit community for Raid. It looks like this person posted a screenshot where they've got, what, 3, 5 plus 4 is 9. They got 9. Oh, wait, they got 10. They got 10 in one 10 pull. There's no way that's going to be typical results. I just wouldn't believe it. Yeah, because this person has a screenshot here of getting none on a 10 pull. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely horrid. So let's see if we can get some data. Hell, Hades did a 10 pull on the test server and got 2. Okay, so that's really bad rates there. That's lower than what I got. Yeah, again, the cooldown seems super weird to me as well. This person is saying they got 3 out of 10. Okay, yeah, I got 4 out of 10. Hades did a 10 pull, got 2 out of 10. Okay, so unfortunately, it's but we did see one person here, the OP, get super lucky and get what was it, like 3, 6, 8, 10. Was it 12? 3 plus 3 is 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 fragments in a 10 pull. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like 4 every 10 pull or something. Like 0.4 per chest if I had to guess, which is, gosh, yeah, it's gonna take like over 200 of these things to get her. So yeah, unfortunately, it looks like my worst fears have come true when it comes to these chests for High Mother. And my original take when this first got announced, I said it's going to be a net positive. It's going to be a cool thing. But if I know Plarium and the fact that they didn't let us know the rates when they leaked this, that means it's going to be bad. It's going to be a negative thing, and it's going to be a brutal slog for the average player to actually go ahead and realistically trade in for High Mother. So hopefully they adjust that. We've seen them adjust things before. We saw them charging like $10 or $12 for primal shards when they first announced them, and now they're charging down around 5 or 6. So they have adjusted things before. I hope they do an announcement of like, hey, we decided to bump up the fragments or something. But if they did that, that would be bad too, because what about all the people that ripped all their chests right away out the gate? They're going to be like, are you kidding me? Now you buff the rates after I YOLO'd all my chests? So there's really nothing they can do now at this point. They just kind of designed it bad from the start. Which means, unfortunately, the vast majority of us can just forget about High Mother Maud for the next 2 or 3 years, and then hopefully at some point, down the road, she's still going to be viable years from now when the average raid player can actually acquire her. But yeah, unfortunately, it sucks that it ended up being like this for the fragments trade, and this is something that I was excited for, but looks like it's going to be quite the long-term grind to actually be able to get her, even if you've got a bunch of fragments sitting around. Someone like me playing for 5 years, it's still going to be a long time until I'm able to actually add her to my account. So I appreciate all of you, and I will see you soon in the next video. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy Raid Shadow Legends content. Thanks. Peace.